Good morning, Ravens.
Welcome back to your favorite part of the week, ONW Now. I'm Abigail Kilpatrick.
And I'm Jacob Bamtower. We have a packed show for you today with Spring Media Day, Prom Prep, LTD Basketball, and a SID Convergence Journalism feature story.
Without further ado, let's dive right in.
This Friday, April 5th, Olathe Northwest is teaming up with the Community Blood Center by hosting a blood drive.
Everyone eligible is welcome to give blood in the East Gym between 7:30 and 11:30. Be sure to stay hydrated if you choose to participate.
The blood that is donated will go to the Community Blood Center to help fight the blood shortage. Can't wait to see you there.
Speaking of school news, prom is a week away.
I am super excited to go. This will be my first time attending.
Jacob, are you taking a special someone to the dance?
I sure am. What about you?
Let's send it over to Madison Minor to see how junior committee is preparing for this event.
I just want everybody to have a good time and enjoy themselves.
Prom coming up, our junior committee has been working hard to make sure it is an enjoyable event for everyone.
The theme is Starlight Soiree, so it's kind of like a celestial theme, lots of stars, just like a pretty night sky, just like this really magical, fun feeling.
Planning for large events like this takes many different subcommittees to make it happen.
Subcommittees this year are kind of the ballroom and entry decorations. We have a royalty committee that will work on prom royalty, crowning the king and queen and all that. And then promotions, making sure that the information is out there and it's accurate. The venue is beautiful. I think the decorations are going to just elevate it even more.
If you are looking to purchase tickets, find the posters around the school and scan the QR code. For the Raven Network, this has been Madison Minor.
Speaking of stars,
A solar eclipse is taking place Monday, April 8th during 6th hour.
this isn't expected to occur again until August 2044, making this a historic event for us Ravens.
The school district has provided protective glasses for all students to use during the solar eclipse.
Be sure to stay safe and keep your eyes protected. March Madness sure has gotten me watching a lot of basketball lately.
Same here. How's your bracket going?
Not too well, admittedly. I have Purdue, and that's the only thing keeping my bracket together right now.
Basketball sure can be a hard sport to predict.
I agree, but basketball can be so much more than just a sport, though. Let's take it over to Hannah Carney to hear about a basketball program with a good cause.
Living the Dream is all about using basketball as a tool to develop relationships with athletes and coaches in order to be able to help them discover what God's dream for their life is. So with LTD, we do a lot of different things. So over the past 23 years, it's grown from just a small basketball camp to not only basketball camps, but about 50 teams in a season with hundreds of kids and several thousand athletes over the course of a year.
At Living the Dream, they're very intentional about the way they coach kids because they know that coaches can play a big role in an athlete's self-esteem.
Really, coaching is just loving on people. It's teaching them. It's shepherding them to become the best that they can be. And we're very intentional about how we talk to our athletes. We're very intentional about what we try to accomplish with our athletes.
Some players need tough love, is what we say, and then other players need just a gentle phrase or a gentle way of communicating with them to calm them down.
While Living the Dream does improve kids' basketball skills, their main mission doesn't just lie on the court.
Their identities are wrapped up in what they're doing or what their performance is, and so we're trying to mentor them and teach them and help them to discover, again, what it is that the right path for their life is and what their purpose is.
This has been Hannah Carney with the Raven Network.
Wow, I would give that story a 3-pointer.
Strike one, Jacob. Now to continue with the theme of sports, let's pass the baton over to Izzy and Fernanda for everyone's second favorite segment, Game Day.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to your favorite segment, Game Day. I'm Izzy Rothan with
Fernanda Lopez, and today we will be covering all of our spring sports accomplishments from the past week.
So let's get right into it.
Throwing it over to softball, the girls have been on a roll this season and just have been adding to this streak of wins this past week.
Starting off last Friday, the girls destroyed Shawnee Mission South, beating them 25-2.
Some of the standout performances from the game came from Piper Greason, who got her first varsity hit, going 4 for 4 with single base, hit a double base, hit 2 bombs, one being a grand slam, 6 RBIs, and had a grand total of 4 runs.
And Lily Winwright, who went 2 for 3 with a grand slam, a single base hit, 4 RBIs, and scored 3 runs.
The girls weren't done yet, though, and played the reigning state champs Olathe West on Tuesday in a doubleheader.
The first game was an incredible win with a final score of 18-2, defeating the Owls, and the second game has a very similar outcome, beating the Owls once again 12-0.
Reese Severino had a stellar night, going 5 for 6 with 2 bombs, 1 being a grand slam, 7 RBIs, 7 runs, 2 BBs, a stolen base, and a phenomenal pitching performance.
Kendall Yarnell also did amazing and went 2 for 3 with a bomb, 2 RBIs, 6 runs, 5 BBs, and 2 SBs.
Congrats to this great week from the girls, and make sure to watch them tonight against Mill Valley.
The boys' baseball team took on the Shawnee Mission West Vikings on Tuesday night and lost a tough game. The Ravens battled back after being down 3-1 and entered the 7th inning with a 4-3 lead. Unfortunately, the Vikings came out on top 6-4 and handed the Ravens a loss.
The boys look to bounce back tonight as they have a tough game versus the Lawrence Free State Firebirds.
On Tuesday, the ladies swim and dive team took first place in their meet against both Shawnee Mission South and Shawnee Mission Northwest.
Some of the meet's highlights include the relay team from both the 200 medley and the 400 free of Carrie Wong, Anne-Marie King, Emma Brandstrom, and Angela McCoy taking first.
Then the 200-meter IM, Anne-Marie King took first with teammate Caroline Griffin placing second, and in 50-meter free, Angela McCoy took first and JC Gilmore finished third.
But it doesn't end there. The Ravens also swept the podium for the 100 butterfly with Angela McCoy, Carrie Wong, and Jada Lee placing first, second, and third, and Emma Brandstrom went on to take first place in the 100 free in the backstroke.
Then for diving, Addison Cowsey finished second and Jocelyn Rice finished third.
The girls ended up winning 10 out of 12 events, preparing them for their upcoming relay meet this weekend.
The Lady Ravens soccer team has had a dominant week, starting last week in the championship game of the ONW Invitational Tournament.
The game was against Blue Valley Southwest, and both teams fought a very hard and aggressive match. Sadly, the Ravens came up short, only scoring 1 goal off a PK from JC Hackler.
However, the girls were back on the pitch Tuesday night against the Shawnee Mission South Raiders.
The game was back and forth the entire time, with a tied score at the half of 0-0.
The Ravens were hungry for a win, though, and ended up scoring 1 goal by Ruby Wexler and an assist from Marley Everett to win the game in the second half.
The next game is tonight against Olathe East at Seaback at 7, so don't forget to show up and support our girls.
Last Friday night, the Ravens track and field team competed in the ESU relays.
The boys team took 5th place with Carson Matson placing first and EJ Richardson 4th in the boys' 400-meter run.
Mason Schlittenhard took 4th in the 110 and 300-meter hurdles.
To continue, Yasha Marit threw a 45.55-meter discus throw, putting him in first place.
The girls took 3rd overall with the 4x400 relay team consisting of Allie Gillespie, Avery Whitman, Sammy Fuller, and Zori Primavera placing 3rd.
Also, the girls' 4x800 team of Lauren Huddleston, Zori Primavera, Sammy Fuller, and Allie Gillespie also placing 3rd.
Then sisters Reese Haverkamp and Handy Haverkamp both took 3rd in high jump and full vault. And the girls, Mishina took 3rd in the long jump. And then in triple jump, Avery Whitman took 4th.
Val Galligan took first in girls' shot put and discus throw. Val also took first in javelin throw with Jillian Huckabee and Emmy Shear falling close behind, taking 2nd and 4th.
Now let's send it over to Ryan Koja to get the scoop on our team of the week, girls track and field.
Our spring sports are now completely off to the races, and our girls track team is doing especially well, finishing 3rd place at the Emporia State Relays last week.
I think we've been standing our own pretty well, and kind of working off from last year and everything has definitely helped us out.
I feel like I personally performed super well. Definitely little things to tweak.
Unfortunately for the Ravens, state champion hurdler Olivia Cooper pulled her hamstring in the first meet.
I'm working back from my injury, and I'm super excited to come back.
The girls so far this season have done great, winning 1 meet already, but there's still a lot of the season left to go.
I just got to keep working, focusing on what works for me.
I think with our freshmen that we have coming and then our newcomer at varsity, we're sitting in a really good position.
At last week's meet, Val broke the javelin school record and is number 3 in the nation.
It shows that my hard work has been paying off, and I think as a team overall we've been doing pretty good as well.
For the Raven Network, this has been Ryan Koja.
Congrats to both teams, and actually a little correction from earlier, Mishina placed first in the long jump. Good luck to them, though, as they compete tomorrow at 3:30 at ODAC. The boys were also out at Lionsgate on Monday in the rainy and windy conditions.
The boys would battle in the tough conditions through 12 holes and would come to a halt as the tournament was cut short and canceled due to the weather.
Jack Butterball would be 4 under through those 12 holes bogey-free and would have been on track to set the school record as an individual.
Nick Van Weigart, Blake Winter, and Jake Conley would also have momentum going as the tournament came to a stop.
The Ravens were in the lead before the cancel, and they hope to carry that momentum on next week at Prairie Highlands in the first leg of the Sunflower League.
Next, the boys tennis team looks to continue their winning streak next Tuesday at 1 o'clock at Gardner Edgerton.
Good luck, boys. Hope you guys do great.
Well, Ravens, that looks like all the time we have today for this week's Spring Sports Recap.
Congrats to all of our athletes for their outstanding performances this week, and good luck in all your upcoming events.
This has been Fernanda Lopez
and Izzy Rotha. Now let's send it back to the desk.
As you just heard, all of our spring sports are in full swing.
Last Thursday was our Spring Media Day put on by Ecom students.
Let's dive into this next segment.
Media Day has been going on for the past several years. Our Ecom students are involved in both filming as well as interviewing players.
Media Day is important because it brings awareness to all of our spring sports, especially for sports that don't get a lot of recognition, so that's a great opportunity for us to see these athletes and their coaches and get their name out there so people know about them and they can receive the notoriety that they deserve.
Media Day isn't only for the athletes, but it also helps boost the future careers for our Ecom students.
I believe the panel serves a purpose because it gives our class, like as reporters, an opportunity to be on the big stage, to ask questions, to run a press conference, and it also gives coaches and players an opportunity to get interviewed and to be in front of a large audience.
This Media Day, one of our students tried something different with the pictures and videos that were taken.
So this is my setup, actually. I got insulation board, and then I just taped silver tablecloth and glued it to the back and kind of just scrunched it up. We actually added another station to Media Day, which was new. I think it kind of shocked people at first. They're like, oh, what is this? It's kind of different. Then I started to show people on my camera, and they're like, whoa, that's actually pretty sick.
Look on Instagram at ONW Raven Network to see more from Media Day. This has been Meredith Samuelson with the Raven Network.
Media Day sure was a hit. Some might even call it a home run.
That was a swing and a miss. Strike two. Anyways, this Saturday, Ecom is hosting their annual Imagine Festival. Imagine showcases student projects over a wide range of subjects.
Our very own Corey Barnes and Gretchen Renfro got nominated for a feature story category. Let's send it over to Gretchen Renfro.
Olathe Northwest is filled with many different clubs, activities, and opportunities for their students. But one of the most special things about this school is their E-Communications Academy. Well, Ecom is made up of 6 different strands. 2 of those strands actually take place in this classroom, so let's go inside and take a look. While SID and Convergence are taught by the same teacher, students have the opportunity to learn very different things.
Whenever I'm trying to explain to someone the difference between SID and Convergence, I first tell them that Convergence is all about making feature stories and showing people what's happening in the world and highlighting things in our school, in our community, and more of a broadcast journalism side that we get to see in Convergence journalism. However, in SID, it's more sports coverage, hype videos, broadcasting at sports games, and coverage assignments, photography, videography, and both play with really cool different styles of videography, and it really opens up a wide variety for these students.
While it may seem overwhelming at first, students quickly learn that their work is worth it.
I think the environment is a really big impact on what we produce here in SID. It's just a great environment because everyone's like-minded in the way they want to make good content to put out, and they're very passionate about what they do. So being surrounded by that makes me more passionate about my work and makes me put all I have into it. And just the group of people, all of our hard work, when it comes together, it's really amazing to see what we can do.
While this class is very student-led and driven, there's one piece of the puzzle that holds it all together.
I would say Mr. Cooper is probably one of my favorite teachers I've ever had. He's so caring about every single one of his students. He's always there for us, whether just making jokes with us, making sure we're doing okay, helping us with our work. He's always there in such a great support system.
He really is the captain of the ship because we have such a student-led and a massive program. He keeps us all down to earth, but he also will take what we really invest in, what we really care about, and he'll take it to the next level. He cares about his kids so much that the individual aspirations we all have, he really plays into that.
It's safe to say that SID and Convergence has helped students become more creative, collaborative, and resilient in and out of the classroom. For ONW Now, this has been Gretchen Renfro.
No wonder it's a nominee. Good luck to Corey and Gretchen. Let's hope you get an ace.
Strike three, Jacob.
Well, Ravens, all good things must come to an end.
Thank you for tuning in, Ravens. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials at the Raven Network. This has been Abigail Kilpatrick
and Jacob Amtower. Raven Nation, let's tee off.
you.